In today's video, we are gonna create an animated slide in PowerPoint with filling icons. Let's get started. Once in PowerPoint, open a blank presentation and delete the default content. To start, select Insert option, Shapes, select the square, and resize it to match the size of the slide. To add color, right-click and select Format Shape, go to Fill, and click on Gradient Fill. I will use only 2 color stops, so I'll delete the other 2. I can use the first one as a light purple to create a highlight. And the second one as a darker purple to give a shadow effect. To give it a more aesthetic design, select the diagonal direction and adjust the color stops. The next step is to add a title. To do that, select Insert and then Text Box. Select the text and change the font to Arial Rounded MT Bold. Next, change the color to turquoise to make it stand out. Make it bold and change the font size to 30. And finally, add a shadow just to give it some texture. To do this, go to the effects icon, click on Shadow, and select the shadow position. Now just position the text. I'm going to add some text as an example. Manrope font and size 18. Next, insert this shape named Circle Hollow where the icon will be placed. And set the desired thickness. Adjust the size by holding the Shift key to maintain the proportions. Change the color to gray. Delete the line and position the shape next to the text. Finally, copy and paste 2 more circles. Okay, now it's time to insert the icons. And for this, they need to be in SVG format. You can use programs like Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, or simply search on Google for download SVG icons. And select a website like this one. Search for the word Facebook and download the letter F from the logo. Also download a YouTube icon and a WhatsApp icon. Let's insert the logos we downloaded. Click on Insert, then Pictures, select this device and choose the icons. Insert the other 2 in the same way. Color the icons in fill color, then press eyedropper and select the gray color. To make it look more professional, let's insert some data here. Go to Insert, select Text Box, and complete the information. Lastly, position the text. Now, to organize the information, go to Insert, select Shapes, and choose Line. Then draw a line like this. Right-click to change it to a dotted style and set the color to white. Personally, I prefer larger lines that I can change in dash type, but that's up to personal preference. To insert the other lines, just copy, paste, and adjust. And that's it. Using just a rectangle and a parallelogram, we can create a base to achieve a floating icons effect. To do this, go to Insert, select Shapes, and choose the rectangle. Make it almost as wide as the 3 rings, and leave some space at the top for the other shape. Remove the border by going to the Line option. Then, click on No Line, and change the color to a different shade of purple. Next, insert the parallelogram by going to Insert, Shapes, and make it the same width as the rectangle. Remove the border and change the color to a darker purple. Finally, create a shadow by using an oval shape. Go to Insert, select Shape, and choose Oval. Create a small oval beneath the ring. Remove the border and change the color to a very dark purple. To add the others, just copy and paste. Just to make it look more professional, insert the icon called People from the PowerPoint gallery. You can use it to fill this blank space by adjusting the size. Now all that's left is to change the color to a different shade of purple. And adjust the transparency to 31%. All done with the graphic part, now let's create the animation. Select the title, go to Animations, then to Add Animation and choose Fade. Enable the animation pane option to better visualize the effects. Keep this Start on Click option so the presentation starts when you click at the desired moment. And keep the duration set to 0.5. Apply the same fade animation to the first text, but change the trigger to After Previous. Set the duration to 0.2 and the delay to 0.4. Now just do the same with the second text. And do the same with the people icon as well. We now have a simple animation for the text. Let's move on to the graphics. Select the entire base, right-click, and choose Group. Go to Add Animation, select Fly In, and set the trigger to Start on Click. Then change the duration to 0.45. Select and group the 3 rings as well to apply the fade animation. Change the trigger to After Previous and set the duration to 0.5. Okay, now let's animate the logos. To do this, select the Facebook logo, the lines, and the corresponding text to group them. Add the fade animation and set the trigger to After Previous. The duration should be 0.5 and the delay should be 0.05. To animate the other 2 icons, repeat the same process you did with the previous one. Okay, done. Let's preview the presentation. With one click, the presentation starts and the texts appear. With another click, the graphics and their corresponding information show up. But now we need to make the icons fill up. Let's do it. Right-click on the first slide and select Duplicate Slide. Then, remove all the animations. Now ungroup the 3 rings and icons by right-clicking and selecting Ungroup. The next step is to make the rings and icons transparent. To do this, first select the rectangle and then the first ring. Once selected, go to the Home tab, click on Merge Shapes, and then choose Subtracts. Do the same with the other 2 rings. And that's it. But what if you can't find the Merge Shapes option? Well, just go to File, then Options, Customize Ribbon, select Commands Not in the Ribbon, and then Combine Shapes. Now you can create a new group in the Home section, press Add, and finally click OK. It's time to make the icons transparent as well. First, right-click and select Convert to Shape. Then select the rectangle and the Facebook icon. Finally, just click on Merge Shapes and choose Subtract. The presentation background is white, so the difference will be noticeable. To fix this, right-click on the background and select Format Background. Then click on the eyedropper tool and pick the same gray color that the icons had. Finish making the other icons transparent by selecting Convert to Shape, then Merge Shapes and Subtract, just like we did before. The final step is to add a rectangle that covers up to the level where we want the icon to be filled. Select a contrasting color like orange, for example, and remove the border. Finally, right-click and select Send to Back. Now just repeat the process for the others. To finish, select the first orange rectangle, add the fly-in animation. Then select the trigger, Start After Previous, and set the duration to 0.8. To animate the second rectangle, add the fly-in animation as well, but set the trigger to Start with Previous and keep the duration at 0.8. For the last rectangle, repeat the same animation as the second one. And now that we've done everything we needed, here is the final result. So that would do it for this video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon to get a notification whenever I share a new video. Take care and see you next time.